Welcome to the Grab the Map podcast, where we don't just look at it, we grab the map. I have a very exciting guest for us today, or maybe it's just an exciting guest for me. But I'd like to share this person with you as we continue our talks about investing in rental real estate. It's late at night, and this guest has taken her time to be our first female adult guest on the podcast. I think that's pretty cool. And she has some unique perspective to share about what it's like to be married to a real estate investor. For those of you who haven't met me yet, I love meeting you. You can reach out to me at grabthemap@gmail.com, or you can visit our website for information at grabthemapllc.com. So without further ado, I'd like to invite our guest on to the show. How are you doing, Jandel Crutchfield?
I'm doing great.
Oh, you're doing great. Well, why don't you just tell us what time it is?
It is 8:12 and the LSU Tigers have beat the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Oh, are you a LSU fan?
I'm an LSU fan, but I also do like Nick Saban.
She likes Nick Saban. I think at one point he was at LSU.
That's right.
And there's some loyalty there. Well, I'm glad that you decided to crawl out the bed to be on our podcast. In fact, I think you were already in the bed and you asked the wrong question about being on the podcast. So I thought it was a great time, and I'm glad that you decided to join us. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you might want our listeners to know about you as a person?
I am 37 and I'm a wife and mother. I'm a professor, so I do some interesting research on ethnic and racial disparities in different sectors of society, like education and health equity, economics, housing, and transportation. So that's my full-time job. I'm involved in my kids' school and our local congregation, our church, and that takes up all the time in my day.
Well, you are a superstar. I heard you say that you are a professor at a university in one of those good tenure track roles, and that you are a superstar mother, and that you are an advocate for minority populations and also diverse populations. And I must say, you are a great mother, not that I'm biased. And you are also the husband of a real estate investor.
Wife.
Yeah, that would be different. You are the wife of a real estate investor. See, I didn't want to make this a comedy. So why don't we start with that? What is it like to be married to a real estate investor?
It's like an adventure with discoveries that happen frequently, and like almost like a news feed, right? Where things are happening pretty quickly, pretty fast. And you're like, what's going on lately? There may be like breaking news situations or just something that's been going on for a while. So I would describe it as an adventure.
You would describe it as an adventure. Well, that's good. Before we were talking on this microphone, you mentioned that being married to me might be different than being married to a real estate investor. So I'd like to hear a professor's version of what the difference between those two things are.
So, a real estate investor is what you are, but you also, in your own personality and drive and ambition, I think you have kicked it into overdrive. So, we've talked about your high energy personality. And so specifically being married to you as a real estate investor, I feel like there's a lot more breaking news, a lot more news and things happening. And a lot more upturns on the roller coaster and, going up and down and around. So that is you as a real estate investor, as opposed to just a real estate investor, which I don't know. Maybe that's how most real estate investors are.
Well, guys out there, it sounds like my wife would like for you to reach out and tell us what your lives are like as real estate investors. And it sounds like she thinks that I'll just plug in the gap and she'd say I'm a very, very active real estate investor. I must say that this journey that has begun and is continuing has had all kinds of twists and turns, and that my wife has been both supportive and cautionary in the process. So maybe it would be good for her to talk about her role in the business as she sees it, and for you to be able to compare that to maybe a partner or a spouse that you have as you are embarking on your real estate journey. So, Jandel, what's your role like in the business now as you see it?
Well, I think I am there to support and fill in the gaps, to give advice where you're looking for advice. But while I say that you are high energy and active, I also, think you're very intelligent and are very savvy about business. So I'm not overly involved. So I'm not like finding deals or, heavily involved in renovations. I do a lot of times like to, hear about new and exciting deals. I do sometimes go in and make, cosmetic recommendations, and I always like, of course, to go through the houses when they're fully renovated. That's the best part. Yeah, so I say I probably have a tertiary role, but definitely here when you need me.
Who knew that you would use the word tertiary on our podcast? Because we actually have a phrase that we use called tertiary markets.
Oh, look at
and
that.
We invest in a tertiary market in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was interesting that you used that word.
Neat.
But how you describe your role, I would also say, is very, very, very supportive, but also very secondary. And that has always been the case. I value your thoughts and your opinions, and I try not to overburden you with my rampant desire for growth and ambition. So that's a good description of your role. Guys and gals, as you are embarking on your real estate business and your role, it's important that you discuss in advance with your partner what these roles could look like, and to know what the expectations are in advance, because these can have profound effects on your family life and on the contributions that you're able to make to your community. The spouse is also a very important financial partner, and whether or not they work or don't work could affect your ability to get loans. It could affect the amount of time that you have to invest in your business, and the amount of time you can get back from other areas if you have a spouse that's able to contribute in some way. So thank you for answering that question. Have you seen any benefits or any challenges in particular since the business began? And would you like to highlight a few of those, Jandel?
Yes. So I think in general with business finances, we've also been able to be more strategic in terms of the vision we have for our own personal finances. So that's really been really good. So the vision for the finances, more planning, I think has come in tandem with the start of the business. I've definitely seen more cash flow, which is always great to be able to get to do more of the things that you hope for your family and kids. And then I think, seeing you be successful in venturing out, as a young entrepreneur, I definitely see that as a benefit as well. Let's see. Challenges. I think one of the main challenges is the effort and time that goes into being successful in the business is a balance as you're raising a young family. And so we have young kids. We're pretty active in the community. And so having to balance that has been a challenge at times, but I think we've tried to work it out and it's working. So that's probably the summary I have for that question.
Yeah, there have been quite a few challenges and benefits. I would agree with your synopsis there. I think that all of us that are investing should thoroughly consider the amount of time that it will take in order to be successful. Right away, when I got started, I realized the potential of scaling up and the benefits that could have on my own time freedom and also the financial progress of the family. But those are not immediate benefits. And this is a long-term type of investment. And so it's important to talk with your spouse or your partner about the time and the time frame in which certain things will be able to be done. I know that I personally have felt a little bit better about spending a little bit more as more income has come in, and as we have partnered on this particular business in certain ways. So sometimes, guys, instead of fussing about how much money is going out, you have to go out and make more money. And
even having a good few trips and as a family vacations and stuff.
Yeah. And, hope to have many more. I'm glad to have you as a balance and as a thought partner a lot of times when I might delve in too deep. So, Dr. Jandel Crutchfield, I'll let you get back to sleep. But before I do that, I just want to ask you one question. And I'll actually answer this question after you do. Can you tell me something that's funny about me that you think other people should know? And just know that I'm going to return the favor.
I can't think of anything offhand.
Oh, I'm not funny?
Not really. Well,
Wow.
It's funny. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also funny that you mix up words to songs because you like to sing a lot, a whole lot. Like you wake up singing every day, but you mess up the lyrics to songs so badly, and you just keep singing it the same way year after year. You like melded songs together, not just messed up lyrics, but you've actually put two different songs together at the same time. Like, Boy, You Should Know That I've Got You on My Mind, My Secret Admirer. That song with Isn't She Lovely, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I do
Those
like.
don't go together.
I do like doing that. They go together in my mind.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Well, I always think that it's interesting that you will eat cornbread and milk by themselves, and you will also add sugar.
Yeah, cornbread and milk. Y'all people out there know cornbread, milk, and sugar. Some people call it buttermilk, whatever.
I don't think that's
it's a good
a usual
Southern meal. Yes, it is.
No. But look, I've enjoyed having you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me on.
This is a place where we love investing in rental real estate.
Yes.
And folks who love investing in rental real estate like to network. And I'd love for them to reach out to me at grabthemap@gmail.com. This is where we don't just look at it. Do you know what we do?
We grab the map.